Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Ronan and doing a little market update. Today's Thursday. Let's see, what's the date today? The 26th, 2018, July, and we've had an awesome week in our VIP group. If you're watch me for the first time on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I've been trading for going on 4 years now. I've developed a few strategies which have worked for me to be profitable. And I like to say not only profitable, but consistently profitable. And I have a training group and a program that I made around those strategies. And, we are doing really well this week. So, sometimes I send out trade setups. Well, not sometimes, every day I do send out like 5 to 10 a day, setups that I'm looking at and coincide with, the strategies I'm using on my own accounts, my managed account, and really just to help people learn faster. So call them signals, call them trade setups. They're trade setups. And, I really encourage everybody to go through my training program before trading live with it. But that being said, anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe. There's some links below, and check us out. There's a lot of BS out there and Forex. Trust me, I know, because I was trying to learn myself. And a lot of people faking the deals, a lot of network marketing, MLM groups that don't do anything with trading really, and are just trying to build their network marketing MLM deal, So I wanted to learn something different, and I did. And always learning, still learning, and created this group around it. So that being said, let's just take a look at some of the trades. Have some requests from people in the group. Let's see. Peter, I believe, wanted me to look at pound New Zealand dollar, and Kareen wanted me to look at AU and UJ, of course, which I'm definitely going to look at. If you've been following my videos, I've been covering UJ and yen and the S&P pretty extensively, and its analysis has been good. So that's always exciting when that happens. So let's get into that, and let's look at some more trades that we're in right now, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. GU, we caught 40 pips on this morning, New York session. EU. So basically what we're getting is pullback on US dollar strength, which question is whether or not that'll last. Let me share my screen with you all. Let's see here. Let's take a look at see what today's Thursday, so let's just see. I'm pretty sure tomorrow, I just want to double check, is quarterly GDP reports for US. And yeah, so this is some big news happening, because of how high this number is. Supposedly Trump's already been saying that it's going to be higher. He's already seen the document, so whether or not he's supposed to do that too, I don't know. But if it's lower, that could be a significant weakening event for the dollar. So we'll look at the dollar index too. And hold on one second. Let me stop my video. Here we go. So just looking at pound Kiwi real quick, and the big thing I see here, looking at it, we're in like super tight range right here, and pretty ugly trading, man, to be honest. And I'm looking at it on daily, but this looks super tight, ranging right here. But we do have this trend going on here. What looks to have been a false breakdown right here. But support held. And we got this big drop earlier in the month. So if I go to, there's two things I'm looking at. We're on the support here. But, you know, in my opinion, this looks a lot like a bearish flag. If we're just looking at structures here. Yep, so this looks like a bearish flag pattern to me, Peter. But so, you know, and if it is, look, I mean, here we are. We got we have a inverted hammer here, and so price is trying to break out of this range. But you know, in my opinion, I mean, look at the RSI here. You know, I wouldn't trade this, and I haven't sent any signals out. Pound QE because I mean, looks like really messy trading, and the pound is like that right now with all the Brexit news. Let's look at pound dollar. And the reason I called this earlier today was let's see here. I was just looking at this trend break, basically. So we had our, you know, price came up here. Started to kind of rally, but, you know, on the daily, we still didn't get above in positive on the RSI here, above 50. And then we had this big trend line break. So this trend line didn't really come into play. I wasn't even looking at this. And so all this happened this morning, but you can see where my entry was here is still holding. I'm holding out for this 100 pip. I've already taken some profits. Maybe we're finding some support here. It doesn't really look like it. So, and same thing with EU called today. Check it out. Pretty similar. We had some big news happening in the stock market today with Facebook stock and I think maybe Netflix. There's some good articles on investing.com about it. So this rally didn't happen. It tried to happen, but so we had this move up, boom, boom, and price tried to break out. Tried right here. So similar to GU. Made a big rejection, and here the downward trend on the RSI is just a lot more noticeable. Trend line break, boom. Here's our entry right at the bottom, or right after the break. 1, and then we broke through this support here. 2, so we hit our 20 pip take profit, our 40 pip, and our 100 is down here at the bottom of this support here. So looking good, depending on how U.S. dollar strength. Let's look at the dollar index. So we're at 94.5. We got a rally here off this trend line, basically. This was earlier in the week, you know, super weak dollar, breakdown on UJ, and semi-rally in silver and gold. But that got stopped. But here we are here, hitting some resistance. We're hitting some overbought territory here, a little divergence. So maybe we might see a pullback in the dollar. bounce, which in my opinion will be perfect setup for bringing it back around to UJ. Look how similar this looks. Okay, so here's UJ. You can see I'm in multiple positions here, but here's UJ. And here's dollar index. Pretty similar, right? So to me, this dollar strength looks like a big bounce. And there we go. So there's two things going on here. I mean, I know you see a lot of trend lines, but here's, boom, this is the breakdown that we had, you know, very early in the week. Breakdown, bounce, retest, breakdown again, and we're back above here, but look, now we're retesting this resistance level. And for my more advanced students that have been in my mastermind groups, I do like a thing where I have these trend fanning trend lines, and I know this looks super confusing, but you know, if you, especially when you're scalping and stuff, you know, things are happening in quadrants. If you break it down, like here's the zone, here's the zone, here's the zone, where this zone will happen again, right? It was basically just a false breakdown, but here we are testing this resistance at the top here. But we're still and now you can see here's that super big multi-year trend line here. Let me zoom in, I promise. Here's the trend line, right? Let's look at it. Look how big this thing is. Okay. Now we're zooming in. We're zooming in. Here we are right now. We're retesting it. Zoom in some more. We're retesting this resistance zone, which also makes another X right here. Boom, boom. Okay. So multiple layers to confluence of resistance here. So I think that's why I sent out a signal 111.22 for UJ selling. I think it's a good entry, and you know, as long as we're below this whole line mess of resistance levels, I'm pretty bearish UJ. I think what happened today was just a snapback or bounce from US dollar pressure or, you know, weakness. So that being said, let's take a look at one more. AU. AU's been kind of out of play for me. I've been trading it. Very similar to GU. AU and GU are very, very similar correlation here. Here we have breakout and then a breakdown. Boom. You know, here's just another example of an X. And now we're trading back below this trend line. So, you know, we're hitting the support here. Let me put it that way. We've broken down below here again. And another X. Whoa. I promise I didn't plan that out. So these were my two scenarios too, you know, by the way, for the weekly outlook video, which for anybody that's new, I do that at the start of the week. You know, to kind of mark up charts and predict what I think is going to happen. But, you know, we're at this support level. I said, you know, if we can break above here, then we might get a big rally. But we just obviously got rejected big time. So here we are again. We're just gonna talk about messy trading, really. I mean, this is just, what do you do with this other than stay away from it, really, in my opinion. That's really tough. So here we go, and look, on your RSI, you can give it one of these as a confirmation of a breakdown. Boom. How far it will go? I think 73.60 is a good level. I mean, just look at this layer of support here. So that's kind of my outlook on AU. You know, I know that wasn't much, but there really isn't much to see there. So we'll see what happens with big thing to watch now is going to be the S&P 500. Looks like we have a double top forming. Divergence in the RSI, so I'm waiting for a big drop here, which I've been saying for a week, 2 weeks, a week now for sure. One, two, so like a 3 drive. 1, 2, 3, losing gas, and sometimes U.S. dollar is going to be considered a safe haven currency. So the stock market tanks and people will invest in the dollar, which could give it some more renewed strength. So getting back to the dollar index, check it out. I mean, looking like a reversal territory here. So maybe a retest of this trend line seems pretty possible to me. So and if that doesn't happen, we're still approaching this 95 resistance, which is, you know, we haven't been able to breach. So you know, going into Friday, depending on that GDP report, you know, a lot's up in the air. So it'll be hard to tell what exactly is going to happen with the dollar. But right now, I'm thinking we might get a little weakness coming up here. So for the UJ shorts, I think that's going to be good. And for Korean, if you did, we're buying AU, maybe you'll be able to cover some ground. So we'll see how that pans out in Asian session. Let's see. So, yeah, great week all in all. I mean, I think we caught over 800 pips. I mean, we're killing it. All the new people in the group, thanks for joining us. And I appreciate everybody. So let's finish the week out strong. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the chat room. Peace. Whoa. There it is.